I can tell she's nervous, as you would be when you're anaesthetising a 19-year-old tiger.
Of course, there's always the worst-case scenario, which is never far from your mind.
Hang on, everybody, just hang on.
Right then, Kirsty, I'm off.
All right.
See you later.
Have a good time.
Bye, Branston.
You might want...
Oh, yeah.
Hard to miss, really, isn't it?
It is a little bit. It's worrying.
See you later.
Scott's first job is 90 miles away. He's had an SOS from his good mate Charlotte on the Isle of Wight.
My friend Charlotte runs the Isle of Wight Zoo, where she looks after a vast array of exotic creatures, and one of her precious tigers needs help.
Scott will be joining a team of experts who've all been asked to travel to the island for specialist surgery on one of the resident tigers.
Were you having a snooze? Aisha, were you sleeping? Yes. Is she?
Scott will be meeting up with zoo director Charlotte, who spent most of her life caring for rescue animals like 19-year-old Aisha.
I came to the Isle of Wight when I was just 3 months old. I was brought here by my father, who thought it was a really good idea with a young family to buy a rundown zoo. Come and see Mum. I know. We got our first tiger when I was still very young, and some of them I have raised since they were very small, and a few of them are still here now, so that makes me feel very old. Good girl. I know, sweetie, I know. Oh, the good girl.
All tigers at the sanctuary have been rescued from circuses or zoos, and with Bengal tigers now an endangered species, Charlotte's efforts are part of a global push to preserve their dwindling numbers.
Humans have persecuted tigers and they've, robbed them of their habitat. And let's face it, we would all rather that they weren't here, that they weren't living a kind of life support system, and that they were living totally independently in the wild. That's where they should be. So it's never hung or sat very well with me, the fact that, they are living here and we are looking after them, but we do see ourselves as custodians of them. Hi.
Hello, mate.
Hi, good to see you.
And you? How are you?
You've got cold ears.
Well, it's freezing. Every time I come to the Isle of Wight, it is bitterly cold.
But I think you're going to bring some Australian sunshine or something.
I think I've got some in my vet box, so don't worry. Despite Charlotte's warm welcome, I can tell she's nervous. These tigers, it's no exaggeration to say, are like her family, and like any protective mum, she'll do anything to look after them. All right, so this is Aisha's enclosure here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hi, baby. Hi, Aishi. Hello, baby. Oh, hello. I've missed you too.
You saying hello to Scott? Are you saying hello to Scott? Yes, I know.
The greeting gesture for a tiger is a chuffing nose. It's sort of a reverberation through the nasal passages. It's kind of like purring for tigers. Yes, I know. It is absolutely incredible when, out of the blue, this guttural chuff comes right back at you. It's literally like having a conversation with a tiger. Yes, hello, my baby.
You can't complain at that welcome, can you?
Although, she's got some pretty bad breath.
Yeah.
Hey, no surprises that she needs some dental work.
It's a good job she's a bit deaf as well. She wouldn't take kindly to you saying that.
I know. It's offensive. So how has it come to your attention that she has issues with her teeth?
Just really by watching the way she eats, because normally they should quite comfortably be able to chew through hide and grind bone, and she's been very sensitive and reluctant to do that, to the point that we've had to cut her meat up for her like a baby.
Oh,
so she just gets
like
little
little
bits of
hors
fresh.
d'oeuvres.
I know, exactly.
Aisha's reluctance to eat really does tell me that she's in quite a lot of pain, and that rancid breath would definitely suggest that there's some sort of rotting teeth present in her mouth, and they're going to have to come out.
At 19 years old, she is, pretty much twice the age that a tiger would be living to in the wild. And of course, they weren't really designed in a way to live that long. And so their teeth, it's not unusual that their teeth would be giving them some problems at this age.
There's not many grannies out there that have got all their own teeth.
No, exactly.
In fairness to them, yeah.
Charlotte has arranged a specialist veterinary dentist to perform the extractions. And while Aisha's under anaesthetic, Scott will be in charge of carrying out a full health check on the geriatric tiger.
How are you feeling about yet another anaesthetic on one of your elderly tigers?
Yeah, it's just an emotional roller coaster, really. But yeah, we can't say, well, we're scared about the potential consequences of knocking her out and therefore we're not going to do it. You know?
She spends every day suffering.
Yeah, so no, we have to do it. And just with humans, anaesthesia gets more dangerous, obviously, as you get older. So, of course, there's always the worst case scenario, which is never far from your mind. It's always with trepidation. I never sleep well the night before. Gin and tonic always helps.
I know that we'll all do our very best to make sure she
you
comes
certainly
through.
will.
We're going to sort you right out. Yes, we are. So now the culmination of all your hard work to train them to the point where they'll actually allow an anaesthesia without a gun.
Definitely, it takes a lot of hard work.
On the Isle of Wight, it's the day before surgery on elderly Tiger Aisha. And Scott wants to check up on the unusual training she's been undergoing in preparation for the risky anaesthetic.
Last time I was here to perform surgery on a tiger, we needed to use a dart gun to deliver the anaesthetic. But this time round, Keeper Kaz has been doing some really interesting work with Aisha to try and reduce the stress of her anaesthetic.
If you imagine yourself, I'm running round after you with a giant gun wanting to shoot you in the bottom with a high-pressure dart.
Yeah.
It's
I
not gonna
hate
be
when you do that, Kaz.
I know. But then afterwards, you're not going to want to be anywhere near me, are you? Good girl. When you're doing training, it's all very, very positive. It's a very cooperative relationship. I ask the cat to do something. If they do it, they get a reward. Not only is the animal less stressed, but there's a lot less adrenaline, so we need to use less sedator to actually knock them down, which in the long run is a lot healthier for the animal as well. Aisha, come along. Come along. Down. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm sort of pinching like the little sting of a needle might feel
Yeah,
when we
definitely.
do the anaesthetic. And how long has this taken you to actually achieve?
I have been working on it for about 6 weeks.
Wow.
Aisha's a really intelligent character, bless her, so it doesn't take her long to actually understand what it is I want from her. Aisha doesn't know Scott very well, so that would have been quite a new experience for her, and I think she did absolutely fantastic. She did really, really well. Come along. Down.
It's amazing.
This is really, really positive. I'm really
You've done
excited
a fantastic job,
Thank
Kaz.
you. Thank you very much.
I'm chuffed for you and she's chuffing at you.
Yes, she is.
Not only is doing this trial run an amazing example of the work that keepers put in with their charges, but also it's very clear that Aisha needs this dental work because even the treats that we're using, she's really struggling to eat them. So we definitely need to perform the dental on her tomorrow. I'm so glad that you're putting in this work because I think it makes our job easier. It means that the risk for the animal is so much less anaesthetic, and hopefully Charlotte, our boss, will be happy. Fingers crossed.
That's what I dream of.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, bit butterfly-ish.
Next morning on the Isle of Wight, it's time for 19-year-old Tiger Aisha's surgery.
Kind of like to just fast forward, really, and get to the point where we're waking her up and everything's gone smoothly.
Charlotte has assembled a team of experts from around the UK to make sure everything goes smoothly for her elderly cat.
We've got John Lewis. He specialises in anaesthesia, big cats and also primates, but he works all over the world. He works out in the wild in Siberia, for example, with tigers there. So, yeah, he's the guy that you want in charge of the knockout, definitely. We've got Matthew Oxford, so he specialises in veterinary dentistry. Matthew Twitchett, who's our local vet who has overall care of the animals on a day-to-day basis. And, of course, we've got Scott. So she's got a good A-team around her.
Are we all ready?
Yep.
Okay, go for it. Yes. Aisha!
With the team in place, it's time for the crucial final part of Aisha's anaesthetic training.
Aisha? Down. I'd hurry.
Aisha can't eat so close to surgery, so this time Kaz will be relying on just the sight and scent of the meat to guide the big cat into position so John can safely inject the anaesthetic.
Down.
Always tricky. She goes down, we might best just hand inject the rest of it. It just depends where she goes and how far she goes down. It's annoying. That is the problem with hand injecting, as opposed to darting.
So John, all the training that Kaz has put in to encourage Aisha to accept a hand injection kind of half worked because you got half the drug in.
It's a bit like working with children, isn't it? I mean, sometimes they behave, sometimes they don't. I mean, cats, they're not machines. So they won't necessarily do everything you want them to do, even after training, every time. I'm a stranger. So if nothing else, the one thing that's odd to her is me. Now, the fact that I'm doing something else, a little nip or whatever, is an additional oddity, so I'm not surprised. We'll see how sedate that makes her when she's had partial injection, and if she's close enough for me to just, give her the rest of it, that's what we'll do. She has gone very dozy, and she's got her head right against the door we need to open. So I'm just going to open the door a little bit and then just give her the rest of it by hand injection, hopefully. But if she springs up when I'm doing that, I'm going to come out very rapidly. But I think for safety reasons, I'm afraid I'm going to ask you to step outside. Do you know, I'm not going to give her the whole lot.
What John's done then is shown all of his experience because he's just had to go in and further inject Aisha as she hasn't had the full dose. He's done that really at his own peril. Very brave man. Well done, John.
Okay, well, she's fast asleep, actually.
It's really tense today. You can absolutely cut the atmosphere with a knife.
Go on. Well, let her stop twitching, I think. Then we'll move her.
John, is that okay to come in?
Yeah. Hang on, everybody, just hang on.
One,
Come on,
two,
let's get on with
three.
it. That's it.
Poor Charlotte looks so nervous and so worried. But all the professionals here today are a little bit nervous, as you would be when you're anaesthetising a 19-year-old tiger.
Time is now critical. Aisha can't stay under for more than 3 hours.
So now it's all systems go. While Matt is looking at Aisha's teeth, I've got a list of problems that Charlotte wants me to look at. So just clipping Aisha's leg, we're just going to put in a IV catheter just to have IV access, but also so we can take a sample of blood and just see how healthy this girl is. She's an old girl, she's 19, so we just need to check her liver and kidney health, particularly her kidney health. Just like a domestic cat, their kidneys do start becoming a little bit dysfunctional as they get older.
While Scott and Matt quickly get to work, John is closely monitoring Aisha's erratic breathing.
She's a strange breather. She seems to forget about breathing from time to time. It's very odd.
Are you happy with me to start taking teeth out?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'd crack on with it.
It's just assessing this right fore, which is the one that this tiger's been quite painful on. She's definitely lame, but I can't see that any of those nails are growing in to the pads. So that's not the cause for her lameness, so it's more likely to be arthritic change, which wouldn't be a surprise in an older girl like this.
It is very useful where we've got work going on, obviously in a mouth, that there's somebody else on hand who can then be doing these other things. And again, it just cuts the time down. So Scott's got his to-do list, so he'd be ticking those items off.
Oh, ouch, look at that. So just having a look at the nails here, we can see she's like an old cat. that has slightly overgrown nails. She's not walking the roughly she was before, and so they're gonna grow a little longer, so I'm just gonna trim them. Okay, ready? Yep. Okay, close your eyes. Okay. All right, so that's it. Job done.
Yep, they all look really good.
Good. Little grandma pedicure.
While Scott's getting through his list, the dental isn't going as smoothly. Matt has successfully removed the first 2 teeth, but the third won't budge.
We're not near yet. I've still got 2 roots on this tooth to take out. It's wobbling around so much in there.
I really feel for Matt. A tiger dental at age 19 is really difficult. They're huge teeth, and also because she's older, a lot of her teeth are actually welded to the bone. It's called ankylosis.
Nearly. It is so really, really close.
Now, you do very well not to swear.
When it comes out, there'll be an almighty hallelujah. So close to coming out.
Can I help you? So we're just removing the lower molar on the left-hand side, and it's being a little tricky. So I'm just helping Matt wherever I can, but it's quite a struggle, and he is breaking into a sweat.
That's part of it. Make it easy, get the rest of it out there.
Oh, so you got some teeth out? Well done.
Man.
Wow, that was bloody hard work.
We're in 2 hours 20.
Time is running out, but the team still has work to do on Aisha's other side.
Moving on to the forelimb of Aisha, I have a little feel of her wrist joint, the carpal joint, and also the elbow joint. Quite a lot of sort of nuts and bolts kind of grinding going on in her elbow, so oof, really clunks there on full extension, really clunks. So as a result, there's quite a bit of arthritic change within this joint, and it would absolutely explain why she's quite lame. She's just got elbow arthritis. Nah, she's an old girl that just needs some anti-inflammatories.
The last troublesome tooth is finally out.
Yeah, it was hard work, but the outcome is the main thing. How hard we have to work doesn't really matter. We just got to do the last bit of suturing, and then we can wake her up.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. It's been a long procedure, but a worthy one. We've managed to assess a lot of different issues, and now, fingers crossed, she wakes up.
An anxious Charlotte is sneaking a very quick look at her precious old girl.
So there you have it. 1 tiger dental done. So how you feeling?
Relieved. Well, I'm smiling. Yeah, I'm massively relieved. We've done all the work that we needed to do. So it was a massive team effort. So looking forward to seeing her back properly up on her feet and chuffing in her normal Aisha style. So yeah, at the moment she's feeling groggy, feeling like she's got a bad hangover, but all the signs are really good.
Right, and now to see our girl. I hope her
other
poor mouth
patient.
isn't too sore. Yes.
She seemed really good this morning. So, yeah, again, just as if nothing had happened, really.
They're so tough, aren't they?
Tough. Make us feel like complete wimps.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, baby.
How are you
Good
doing?
morning.
How are you doing?
How are you? Oh, baby
Oh.
girl. How are you?
Still a bit of leftover blood.
Yeah, but the breath smells so much better already. Hey, how was that?
Good
Was that
girl.
horrible dentist mean to you, was he? No worse for wear this morning, is she?
No.
Hey?
But she's really hungry because she's been starved down over a few days. So I think we probably better give her
Feed her,
something.
put her out of her misery. Do you want to have some food, sweetheart? You earned it, haven't you? What's Mummy got for you?
See you first, babe.
There you go. I'm really happy with the way that Aisha's surgery went. It was really challenging, but we got to remove all the teeth that we needed to at the same time as ironing out some of her old lady issues. Gonna say goodbye to me? Bye-bye,
Good
gorgeous.
girl.
Bye-bye.
No.
Yes, I love
That's
you
a
too.
nice goodbye, Aishi.
Yes. We'll put her on some anti-inflammatories to help to manage her arthritis, but apart from that, her bloods have come back really good, so Charlotte can rest easy knowing that she's got a very healthy old girl. Charlotte, it's been such an incredible opportunity. Thank you so much for letting
thanks
me
for being a part of it.
be involved. And what an incredible team we assembled, and we got a great outcome. A happy girl who's got a healthy mouth again, and hopefully we'll live here for a lot longer with you. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Paws crossed.
Bye, baby. Love you. As always, I've absolutely loved my time here at the Isle of Wight, and to be able to work with these majestic creatures and the fantastic Charlotte is always a complete privilege. So I do hope it's not too long before I'll be back visiting again.
Bye.